Unfortunately, my dog Duke has passed away. So I know that you're hurting the most, buddy. But this time was completely different. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having an absolutely amazing day so far. So guys, if you can tell by the title and thumbnail, unfortunately, my dog Duke has passed away. Now in a little bit, I'm going to be sitting down and explaining to you guys what, why, and when Duke passed away. It's something that I still can't even believe has happened. I can't believe I'm even making this video. I'm just still in such disbelief. I'm in such shock, and it's just completely broken my heart. But before we get into today's video, we're going to check on all my dogs and see how they're doing since their best friend passed away. So once Duke passed away, once he was truly gone, we let all the dogs come in, Cash, Callie, Shrek, Coda, and Tori, and say their final goodbyes. It can be very confusing for animals. Obviously, they don't know what's going on, so from one day to the next, to not have Duke there, and since you obviously can't explain to a dog what happened, the only right thing to do was to let them say their final goodbyes. And the first dog that we let in to see Duke, to smell Duke, and to say his goodbye was Coda. So Coda is in the distance right there. Coda! Come over here! Come here, baby! Come here! Come over here! So here we have Mr. Cody Bear right up on here. We got Shreky Boy, we got Cash, we got Callie, and we have Tori in the distance. But guys, everyone wants to know how you're doing, how you're feeling, since your best friend is gone. Now obviously it's been something so hard for them to process because when they go into the garage, when they go onto Duke's bed, they're smelling his scent and it's still very confusing for them. So we have just been taking it one day, one step at a time. It's just been so different not having Duke here foraging in the bushes with all of them, not sunbathing, not hanging out and just being a crazy dog in a giant backyard. And I know Cody Bear is probably hurting the most. Coda has been the big brother to not only Duke, but all of the animals we brought in. So I know that you're hurting the most, buddy. I mean, when I first brought Duke home, Coda accepted him. Like he was your brother. That he came from your mommy's tummy. And I know you miss him dearly. And it's something that we have been dealing with and we've been very, very sad about. Now on a brighter note, guys, we have completely transformed my patio. And this is only step one. We are going to be completely adding concrete to this whole area right here and extending my entire patio. So baby Alea is going to have all of this area to run around once it's completely concrete. And what we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be extending the tile that's around my pool and filling it up all around the pool. We're going to be filling it up here and along here so it's seamless and it matches the entire patio. And if you guys couldn't already tell, we have completely ripped out the entire screen. So I know it may not look like much of a difference on the camera, but oh my goodness, guys, this feels like I'm on a new patio. It feels like I don't even recognize my backyard. It is so much more open and spacious and clean because we have 1,000,001 dogs back here. And it's honestly so exciting being able to transform and build your house. And it's something that I've been so thankful for. But without you guys, all of this wouldn't be possible. But now we're gonna get into today's video, why you guys are here. And first, we have a video montage of where it all started when we first brought Duke home. Alright, so we gotta get this new little puppy used to the whole fam. So buddy, this is Joe right here. You can see he's getting used to the yard. What are you doing? Let's go. Stop. Oh, it's so late for that. What's that? Go get it, go get it! Time. I don't know what baby. Oh my goodness, you really going back and want your baby, baby? It's a big baby, look at that triple coda. So guys, I honestly don't even know where to begin. I wish I didn't even have to make this video. I wish I wasn't here having to explain how Duke passed away. I wish he obviously didn't pass away. Watching that montage back just doesn't feel real. There's moments where I just sit with the fact that he is never coming back. I can never walk outside and he's going to be sunbathing next to my pool. He's never going to be cuddled with Cash and Callie. He'll never be laying on his bed inside or in the garage. His medicine for his seizures will forever go untouched and just collect dust in the cabinet, and it's just so hard to still process that. I know this is something that you guys are hearing for the first time, and I've been sitting with it for the past couple weeks. I wanted to come to you guys when I was ready, and it feels like now is the time. He was not only such a big part of my life, but he was also such a big part of your life. You got to see him grow up. You saw him when he was a puppy, when he got bit by my iguana, growing up with Theo, my monkey, literally being there every step of the way with all of my rescues, all of my animals I brought home. He's been there since day one. So if most of you know Duke, if most of you don't know Duke, he was my 4-year-old Cane Corso Great Dane mixed. When I originally got him, I thought, wow, this is honestly the best puppy I've ever experienced. And I've dealt with a lot of fosters, my own puppies, and puppies are crazy. If you guys have ever raised a puppy, you know they just want to be biting on everything. They got these razor sharp teeth that they just want to dig into your skin. They want to be running around and they just want to be a crazy puppy burning their energy all day. And as soon as I brought Duke home, even my family and friends noticed he was very slow, very sluggish, and I just blamed it on the fact that he was a Great Dane. Great Danes have a very lazy personality and they're kind of just very calm dogs. And it wasn't until Duke was a year old, I was getting back from a New Year's party. It was about 3, 4 in the morning, and I heard the strangest noise happening in my dog room. I remember Coda was in the room. I don't think we had Tori yet. We obviously didn't have Shrek because Shrek is Tori's puppy, and then we got Cash and Callie later. But I started hearing this extremely strange noise, and Coda started whimpering, and when I ran in there, Duke was laying there completely like unconscious. There was nothing going on behind his eyes, and he was having and experiencing his first seizure. Now, I remember coming to you guys about 2.5 years ago when I was figuring out all of his medication, when I was taking him to 1,000,001 vet appointments, trying to figure out and diagnose him with what was going on. And the vets eventually diagnosed him with epilepsy. And from that point on, he was on medication for life. So all of you knew just how massive Duke was. He was 150 pounds, so any medication he was on, he would have to take an insane dosage. When he first started his seizure medication, I think he started out with like 2 pills, then we added another one, then we took some out, we added another one, we had to shoot up his nose while he was having seizures. It made him completely out of it. He could barely stand. It was just so hard watching him go through this, but I knew how strong he was and he would fight through it. There was days where he would be completely out of it after his seizures, and it would completely shatter my heart watching him like that. Now, it wasn't until the beginning of this year that we actually added another medication on. So he was on a total of 3 different medications. So he would take about 16 or so pills in the morning and 16 so at night. So he would be taking over 30 pills every single day. And I just never wanted to admit it to myself, and my family would always talk to me about it, on how that there will be a time that he's gonna get really bad. This isn't improving. He's going to be on this medication for life, and I'll eventually have to put him down. And whenever that would be brought up to me, when I would hear those conversations, it just was like a spear in my heart. I always just shut down the conversation. I never wanted to talk about it. Of course, I would sit in my thoughts and I would think that, yeah, one day I would have to put Duke down, and I can't even imagine that right now. And I was looking forward to Alea growing up and running around with Duke in the yard and having several more years, and the sad reality is that his body just couldn't take it anymore. His body completely started shutting down. I thought he was just having a bad day, because he has bad days where he's just out of it and he's just really slow and acting strange, but he always jumps back to it. And the same old Dookie boy, but this time was completely different. He started throwing up, and then I noticed he started throwing up just liquid, so he didn't have anything in his stomach. He stopped eating, he started throwing up whole pills, and that's when I knew something was really bad. And over that weekend when he wasn't eating, I mixed up a little puree of puppy food to make sure he was getting his nutrients. I put Pedialyte to give him electrolytes to hydrate him, because even though he was drinking, he was completely rejecting everything. He kept throwing up, and at one point I thought he was getting better. I thought, yeah, Duke's going to pull through this. Look, he's holding the food down. He hasn't thrown up. And the morning of October 13th, it was a Monday. It was like 6:30, I think 7:30 maybe. I honestly, the times are just jumbled in my head. My mom woke me up, and she was staying with me, and said that it's not good. Duke either threw up or pooped. I mean, she couldn't tell because it was just complete liquid. And when I went in there, I immediately knew that it was poop, and it didn't even smell like poop. It just smelled honestly like a rotting body. And I just scrambled. I called my dad. I didn't know what to do. I obviously can't pick Duke up by myself. My mom can't pick up Duke by herself. So we called my dad. He rushed over here. And unfortunately, 5 minutes after my dad arrived, Duke sadly passed away. Going through something like this, a dog that's been my best friend from day one, bringing him home. If you guys have any dogs or cats, I mean, you know how much you see them as family. Once they're with you for life. They become a part of your family, and that is how I view each and every one of my animals. So this has been something that's been very, very hard for me. We still brought him to the vet. I'm going to be picking up a paw print hopefully very soon, maybe in the next couple days or weeks, and I can't even comprehend that this is real, that this has happened. I have no words. And I just know that I will never stop missing Dookie boy. But I just wanted to let you guys know, because you guys have been here from the very start. So I know this is going to hurt a lot of you. You guys are going to be extremely upset. I mean, you guys would always be sending me fan mail of drawings of Mr. Dookie boy and all of my animals. But it is going to be extremely difficult to picture a life without Mr. Dookie boy. So I've been still processing that. But yeah, guys, that's all I have to say. It was the only right thing to do, to share it with you guys. But that's going to end today's video, guys. Comment down below. We love you, Duke. A prayer that he's up in doggy heaven. And well, guys, I'll catch you in the next video.